Big revelations coming to the fore in the New Delhi railway station stampede case. 18 people had lost their life. What we have now is, was there a 40-minute delay in the distress call to the fire department? The railways have said the stampede happened, or at least started at about 9:15 p.m. Fire department says the distress call received by them was at 9:55 p.m., more than half an hour later. This is an emergency protocol that must be followed right away. How can it take more than 30 minutes? The Railways Police Force report in fact states the stampede broke out at 8:48 p.m. Was there over 1 hour delay to even inform the fire department services? Two platforms, special platforms, were announced for Kumbh trains. RPF report also says there was a massive rush between the platforms and 12 to 16. RPF and Railways are differing on the stampede call. There's also been a mention if there were more than necessary number of tickets that were sold that attracted this crowd, that there were these unreserved passengers who did not have the tickets also were at the railway station, and therefore that's one of the reasons that is leading to these charges. That was there a system completely broken down? Remember, this comes in after Mahakumbh stampede, the stampede that took place in Prayagraj. What that happened at the NDLS? Remember, New Delhi railway station is one of the busiest. This should have been a set system and a protocol from the first day. What exactly happened that led to the loss of life of 18 people? Just look at this on your screen. Think of this. There are family members here, many of them who have confirmed tickets. We are told more than necessary were also sold. But the difference in the timing does not make sense. It cannot take over 30 minutes. In one case, it appears took at least 1 hour to contact the police, the fire department. These are emergency protocol services. Was there lack of resource on the ground? Were there not enough police personnel, knowing fairly well that there's been a rush for the Kumbh Mela? I reiterate here, Railways says stampede happened at 9:15 p.m. RPF report, the Railway Police Force report says stampede broke out at 8:48 p.m. Fire department says we received the distress call at 9:55 p.m. What was the administration, the officials doing for over 30 to 40 minutes? Why couldn't the commotion be controlled right away? This is absolutely concerning. Remember, why do we fail to learn our lessons? After the Kumbh stampede, this should have been the first priority. The crowd at the railway stations were increasing, and yet we now have different layers. Everyone trying to pin the blame on another agency, another group. 18 people have lost their lives. Just look at this crowd. Can only imagine people stuck in this. What were they facing at that point? There were women and children in this commotion. Shreya Chatterjee joining me on the phone line on this. Shreya, tell me this. Why these multiple versions? There should be enough CCTVs, enough analysis to know what exactly happened. Why these differing narratives that are coming to the fore?
Well, that is exactly the point, Pooja. Ever since the news break, we've seen multiple versions because there are multiple machineries that work over here. There is the Delhi police, whose limitation is outside the the railway station and on investigation. The railways, they also manage the station, and there is the RPF, who's also responsible for overcrowding, etc., and all these SOPs. Now, why could all these machineries not sit together and give out one version? Because this is something which is really unfortunate. However, Pooja, we also can look at it that it wasn't that the entire machinery had collapsed. There were people there who tried to follow the SOPs. They gave out orders, as the RPF report is highlighting, and probably this is something that the high-level committee will be looking at. And then those who are responsible for not following their duties, those who are not responsible for not following their SOPs, they need to be, held accountable. So this is a process, at least, that is ongoing. We know all the versions that are coming in from different machineries. It will be last lying on the high-level committee to decide who were the ones responsible for not doing their job.
Shreya, also a quick question. What is being done about it? Do you think the senior officials, administration, have they learned any lessons? Are they ensuring that now systems are in place at least? Still, of course, the investigation is pending in this case.
Yes, absolutely, Pooja. We have seen positive changes at the New Delhi railway station. We've seen the deployment of CRPF, RAF. Additionally, now the CRPF and RAF will be completely managed by the Delhi police. The RPF have increased their forces. There has been man marking at all the staircase entries at the footover bridges. We've seen the enhanced security at platform number 16, which has been designated for Kumbh platform. A holding area has been created. So we can see a host of things that have finally been put in place. Yes, it could have been done earlier, but at least better late than never. Now their system has woken up. They will be running a campaign for 6 months. These are important to understand that how should we manage our crowds, because irrespective of everything, Pooja, stampedes will not deter crowds to come at the railway station. We need to put an SOP on place, and that's why we elect our government. So this is a responsibility that needs to be fixed.
All right, Shreya Chatterjee tracking all the latest on this. Multiple versions coming to the fore. 18 people lost their life, many injured, many missing. When will the lessons be learned? After Kumbh, a stampede at this railway station, many other railway stations, remember, have also reported a massive rush. We call the Ganga river as Ma Ganga. It's holy and pious. But it's terrible to know that according to the National Green Tribunal, the report that has surfaced is raising concerns. Rising fecal bacteria levels in the Ganga river at the Prayagraj, especially during the Kumbh right now, which is ongoing. The report was filed on 3rd February. It indicates a significant rise in fecal coliform bacteria during the ongoing event as well. NGT has asked Yogi Adityanath government to explain the measures taken in response to the rising pollution levels. But remember, isn't this a collective failure? Is there lack of maintenance, lack of arrangements? But is it also the lack of respect shown by who call themselves devotees and pilgrims to actually be turning the river collectively into this dirty menace? It's disturbing to know that there is fecal bacteria being found in this river. Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav has slammed Yogi Adityanath government, saying have not done enough to clean the Ganga river. He sought extension of the Kumbh, stating that because of the poor state management, people are not able to visit the Kumbh Mela. So as always, political showdown also continues. Remember, we're talking about crores of people, so there's bound to be, of course, a certain level of dirt and litter. But that's the reason there have to be arrangements in place. There has to be a reason people themselves have to respect and show regard. It's a collective failure also in many ways that's coming to the fore.
इसमें भाजपाई लोग कुछ न कुछ अपना हिसाब किताब कर रहे थे। ये पहली बार हो रहा है कि आउटसोर्स के बाद आउटसोर्स, मतलब कमीशन के बाद कमीशन। तो बताइए काम कैसे होगा? तो ये भाजपाई लोग कर रहे थे, अब मुंह छिपाए घूम रहे होंगे। लिस्ट दे दें किस किस ने काम किया। इन्होंने कहा कि सफाई में शामिल हैं, हमने स्वीकार कर लिया। भाजपा के लोग सूची दे दें, जानकारी दे दें कि किन किन का ठेका था और ठेकेदारों ने किसको ठेका दिया था, किस दुकान से सामान आ रहा था, सब भाजपा लोग शामिल थे। सब
लगभग 53 करोड़ लोगों ने स्नान किया है, कुंभ में आकर स्नान किया है। उन 53 करोड़ में से तो कोई नहीं कह रहा कि सुविधाओं की कमी है। अखिलेश यादव जी को सुविधाओं में कमी दिखती है, हालांकि ये खुद भी स्नान कर रहे हैं, परंतु क्योंकि राजनीति करनी है, कुंभ पर प्रश्न खड़े करने हैं, लोगों की आस्था पर प्रश्न खड़े करने हैं, सनातन पर प्रश्न खड़े करने हैं, इसलिए कुंभ पे प्रश्न खड़े करो। और इनके जो बाकी अलायंस पार्टनर है वो भी इसी प्रकार की भाषा बोलते हैं। लालू यादव कह रहे हैं कि कुंभ क्यों और कुंभ क्या, उसके बारे में अखिलेश यादव एक शब्द नहीं बोलेंगे, परंतु क्योंकि कहा ना, हिंदू आस्था पर कचोट करनी, इस प्रकार के प्रश्न खड़े करते हैं।
अखिलेश यादव जी को समस्या ये है कि 60 करोड़ सनातन प्रेमी महाकुंभ में डुबकी लगा चुके हैं, और जैसे जैसे लोगों की तादाद डुबकी लगाने की बढ़ रही है, अखिलेश यादव और उनके गैंग की बेचैनी बढ़ रही है। आपकी उत्तेजना और आपका कष्ट का कारण भी यही है। दुनिया भर के लोग, दुनिया भर की एजेंसीज इसको मान रही है कि धरती पे इस सदी की सबसे बड़ी गैदरिंग के रूप में मान रही है।
एक तरफ संगम में रोजाना करोड़ श्रद्धालु स्नान कर रहे हैं, तो वहीं दूसरी तरफ केंद्रीय प्रदूषण नियंत्रण बोर्ड की रिपोर्ट कहती है कि संगम का पानी नहाने लायक नहीं बचा है। सीपीसीबी ने एनजीटी को दी अपनी रिपोर्ट में साफ तौर पर कहा है कि प्रयागराज के संगम के तमाम जगहों पर जो नमूने लिए गए वो इस बात की पुष्टि करते हैं कि यहाँ का पानी नहाने लायक नहीं है। और सबसे ज्यादा अमृत स्नान के मौके पर जब श्रद्धालुओं की संख्या बढ़ी तो ये पानी ज्यादा प्रदूषित हो गया। नेशनल ग्रीन ट्रिब्यूनल की 3 सदस्यीय बेंच इस गंगा और यमुना में सीवेज प्रदूषण को लेकर सुनवाई कर रही थी, जिसमें सीपीसीबी ने अपनी ये रिपोर्ट एनजीटी को सौंप दी है।